Hi, everyone. Good morning, and welcome to another episode of Good Morning Osceola. My name is Krissi, and I'm with Positively Osceola. And Positively Osceola just wants to bring you news that informs, impacts, and inspires. So if you are watching, say hi, say good morning, pop in the comments. I love when people type, what they're doing for the day or just good morning. It makes me happy to see who's watching. And if you haven't already, please make sure you have subscribed to Positively Osceola. We're on so many social media platforms, so whichever one works the best for you, just make sure you subscribe, get the notifications, and follow to make sure that you're getting your news in and around Osceola County all day long. Okay, so let's jump into it. We're going to share what's going on in the news today, and then some weather, some announcements. So stay tuned. Here we go. All right, like I said, it's time for another episode of Good Morning Osceola, so it's time to jump right into it and share what's going on in and around Osceola County. All right, here we go. The Florida Department of Health is encouraging residents to help fight against HIV by participating in the National HIV Testing Day on June 27th. The idea is to raise awareness about the importance of HIV testing and get an early diagnosis. The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention recommends that everyone between the ages of 13 and 64 get tested for HIV at least once as a part of their routine health care, and more often if they participate in activities that may increase their risk of getting HIV. So if you want to get tested, there are tons of different testing sites and days. Planned testing events are as follows. Monday, June 27th, 2022, from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. at Let's Be Different, 2326 Fortune Road in Kissimmee. Tuesday, June 28th, 2022, from 10 to 2 at the LGBT Plus Center, Kissimmee, 21 West Monument Avenue in Kissimmee. And then also Wednesday, June 29th, 2022, from 10 to 2 at the Florida Department of Health in Osceola County at 1875 Fortune Road in Kissimmee. So for more information and for the full listing of this, again, please visit osceola.floridahealth.gov. And there's also some other organizations that are doing testing as well. So it's not just the Florida Department of Health. Everyone wants to get involved, which is fantastic. After more than 40 years of service, city manager for the city of St. Cloud, Bill Sturgeon, is ready to retire and spend more time with family. Effective September 2nd of this year, Sturgeon said he is committed to submitting a balanced budget for the upcoming fiscal year and working with city council and staff to ensure a seamless transition. City council will discuss the selection process or an appointment of a new city manager at a future meeting. Well, congratulations, Mr. Bill Sturgeon. It is well-deserved. 40 years of service, cumulative. That's insane. And a service member, from what I understand. I might sneeze. Just a heads up. Whoa, what's happening? Excuse me. As we all know, the Everglades are one of the most important ecosystems in Florida, especially with the mouth of the Everglades starting right here in Central Florida. So yes, actions that we do here have a huge impact all the way to the Everglades. And with that being said, invasive plants, animals, and pollution really do a number on ecosystems. Burmese pythons have been wreaking havoc and multiplying in droves. In order to help put the system back in order, Governor Ron DeSantis just announced the 2022 Florida Python Challenge, where literally anyone can hunt these snakes for thousands of dollars of prize money, and all in an effort to conserve the environment. So visit flpythonchallenge.org to register for the competition, take the online training, register for optional in-person trainings, learn more about Burmese pythons and the unique Everglades ecosystem, and find resources for planning your trip to South Florida to participate in the Florida Python Challenge. For more information on Burmese pythons, you can visit myfwc.com/python. Fantastic. Yes, let's please get them out of the ecosystem. They're really messing things up. No offense, but they are. Chairman of Osceola County Commissioners Viviana Janer recently presented a very important item at a meeting last week to two very important women. It was a Juneteenth proclamation presented to Dolores McMillan and Ann Jones of the Osceola County chapter of the NAACP. The proclamation noted that, end quote, on June 19th, 1865, 2 years after President Lincoln signed the Emancipation Proclamation, word finally reached the people of Galveston, Texas, that the Civil War was over and that all enslaved men, women, and children were now free. Juneteenth is recognized by many Americans as a symbolic milestone in the journey toward a more perfect union. And there was so many Juneteenth celebrations this past weekend. So hopefully you got to see some of it or be a part of it with your family, because that's really something to be excited about. All right. Next, Huntington Learning Center's next webinar is titled What Matters for College Admissions, presented by best-selling author Jeff Selingo. In this webinar, best-selling author Jeff Selingo, who spent a year embedded inside the admissions offices of 3 campuses for his book, Who Gets In and Why, will explain to students, parents, and counselors how the evaluation process works, what really matters about getting in, and how to think about test scores in a shifting admissions environment. So the webinar specifically is going to cover how your application is reviewed by admissions offices, the way test scores are used in admissions decisions and awarding financial aid, what specific strategies you can use to determine what your test score might mean for getting in, how the pandemic has shifted the admissions landscapes and steps you can take to reduce the ambiguity of the process, and more. So if you want to be a part of this webinar, you can make sure you register. It's being held on the 22nd, so this Wednesday at 7 p.m. And you can register at huntingtonhelps.com. Super easy. Awesome. Cool. All right. Up next, we are going to be talking about one of my favorite animals, the sea turtle. It's nesting season for sea turtles here on our Florida beaches, and it's up to us to help them. As an endangered species, these reptiles only nest yearly, so making sure their numbers stay up is incredibly important. How can we help? Well, Florida Fish and Wildlife wants us to do some very simple things like keep beaches clean. Whether that's litter, furniture, or toys, keep the beaches clear. Lights out. All hotel resorts and residents should keep their lights off on the beach after dark during nesting season. Hatchlings follow the moonlight towards the water, so street lights and porch lights can be confusing. And finally, just keep your distance if you see a marked turtle nest. Or if you see a nest and it's unmarked, please report it to FWC's Wildlife Alert Hotline at 888-404-FWCC. Fantastic. Keep those little sea turtles coming. Yeah, every year. Pathway Homes of Florida had their second annual duck race at Island H2O Water Park to raise financial support for mental health services and homelessness advocacy. So when the 750 little sponsored rubber ducks, when they raced around the lazy river, they did so to educate, advocate, and raise funds to end homelessness, as well as provide mental health services to those in need in Central Florida. They were able to raise $25,000 at the event. $25,000. That's intense. So congratulations to Pathway Homes of Florida. That is seriously awesome. Little reminder, get your KUA Hurricane Preparedness Handbook today. Pick one up in person at the Carroll Street KUA location, or you can download one at thekua.com/storm. Or if you want one mailed to you and have it physically, please contact KUA at 407-933-9838. And as a really nice offering, we have it available in English, or flip it over and it's in Spanish, so available for everyone. Okay, a little promo for what's going on Wednesday. Join me on the 22nd at 9 a.m. for another episode of Daybreak Live. This time I get to chat with Director of Osceola Arts, Marilyn Cortez Lovato, and local artist Mare Martinez, and we'll be discussing her current installment at Kissimmee City Hall. It's called Push Comes to Shove, and it's displayed June 15th through August 15th. So make sure you all hop on around 9 a.m. to hear more about that. Okay, let's get you with some weather today. After starting in the low 80s this morning, temps will rise to a high of 91 this afternoon with cloudy skies throughout the day. There is a 30% chance of rain today, and temps will drop to the low 70s this evening. Tomorrow, we can expect partly cloudy skies, temps in the low 90s, and a 20% chance of rain. And, excuse me, as always, thank you to Kissimmee Utility Authority and Orlando Health St. Cloud Hospital for their community support. Shout out to them for being amazing business partners. All right, everyone, that's going to be it for the news today. Hope you enjoyed. Hope you learned something. Remember, it's Monday. It's the 20th. So let's jump in feet first and get this day started. All right. Hope you have a fantastic day. I'll see you on Wednesday for another episode of Good Morning Osceola at 7:30. Okay. Have a great day, everybody. Bye.